Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Coffee Run live on a very lovely, slightly warmer today, Monday morning. Now, I just want to double check. There we go. Saw the notification. So we are all good in the hood. Yes, we are a little bit earlier today because I've got a ton of things to do. So I have just decided to get this done so that you guys can catch up on it whenever it is that you are ready or tune in live. Now, what I wanted to talk about briefly today was the influence trust account. Now, we all know, particularly if you've read any of Stephen R. Covey's work, that trust is something, and influence actually, good morning Annette, is something that is built up slowly and incrementally over time, right? So, for example, in any sort of relationship, and I think about the relationship with my parents or with my husband or even with my children, the more that I'm listening to them, the more that I'm engaging with them, the more that we've got the back and forth, and they're doing the same thing for me. It's like every time we have an interaction, it's kind of like our trust account is increasing in value. So it goes up and up and up and up and up. Now, something might happen where I say something, I might be in a bad mood and I say something that's a bit hurtful or not very kind or not very nice or not very thoughtful. And what happens is that can detract from that trust account, but it's not going to send it into a place where it's like, okay, you're dead to me, because unless it's something really bad, but because there's enough trust and enough sort of like, I guess, faith in there. There's a really strong track record that there's the trust in the trust account. We can get through it. Doesn't mean we don't have to heal and talk about it and all those types of things, but it makes it a lot easier. Good morning, Rebecca. For us to have a really great relationship, right? So that's really the ultimate crux of this trust account that we build up with other people. So online, we've got to think of doing things in a similar type of vein, right? So this is where influence, and I'm not talking about influencers, right? I'm talking about influence. I'm talking about trust. I'm talking about when you have got influence, what it means is that people listen to your opinion, they take on your advice, they really can see that you are someone who cares, someone who gives a shit, someone who has been regularly depositing into their trust account. Now, that is slow to build, right? And it takes consistency, it takes commitment, it takes persistence. So how do we do this online? Because ultimately what we want to do, and I'm sure all of you are the same, regardless of the type of business that you're in, you need clients, you need customers, you need to be able to make sales, you need to be able to make money, right? Most of you are not doing this for the sake of charity. You know, even if you're a not-for-profit, actually, you still have to make money. So you still have to influence people to buying your stuff, right? And helping them to see that what you're doing and what you have to offer is something that's actually really, really helpful. So with that in mind, the goal for all of us should be to build up our influence trust account as quickly, as easily, as simply as possible in order to help our people, right? Because you all know so many amazing things that you can use to help people, right? They just need to be able to find you. So this is going to help with that. So here's what you need to do. Number one, you need to think about depositing daily into your trust account, right? With your prospects, with your prospective clients, and actually with your clients as well, because they will still be following you. I like to call this value stacking. So here's what we're doing. We're motivating, you're putting up posts that are, and quotes and photos and videos and whatever it happens to be, things that motivate, inspire, educate, inform, offering your advice and sharing your opinions of different things. So this is value stacking, right? It's like we're adding value, we're adding value, we're adding value, we're adding value. You're helping every step of the way. Now, if you were to think about it like this, every post is like one influence deposit into your influence trust account, right? So by the time you get to 52, that would be one deposit a week. That's going to take a long time to build up. If you do get to 104, do a couple of times a week, get to a daily post, there's 365 points in your influence trust account. By the time you get to 10,000, think about how quickly you can build up those points, if you like, those points of contact, those points of trust, those points of influence. Because what will happen is it'll make it easier for people to get an idea of who you are, what you're all about, and most importantly, how you can help them, right? So we've got those things going in there. Then one of the really cool things that you can implement is the multiplier to the power of 10, right? So what I like to think about the multiplier, you've gone and you've done all of this hard work going like putting something in, putting something in, putting something in, putting something in. Now you can enhance those points that you've been putting in there by doing more Facebook Lives. You can enhance your influence account by doing videos, by sharing on other platforms and helping people to get to know you even more. One of the coolest multipliers, though, is around having conversations with people off the back of these posts, articles, blogs, videos, hints, tips, the advice, and those types of things that you're putting up there. So the thing that when you're regularly showing up, it helps people feel like they get to know you. So Rebecca, you were on here before, like we've never met in person, but I kind of feel like I've gotten to know you a little bit through these videos. I feel like you probably know me pretty well. And, you know, we've got that you end up being able to have these back and forth conversations with people that can become really powerful, right? So that's a really great multiplier. If you're having conversations, focus on having conversations with people. The third key point with this influence trust account is the law of variety. Now, it's really important that you don't get stuck only doing just one thing, right? So only putting up a text post. Don't only put up just a single picture. Don't only do Facebook Lives. Don't only do a podcast. Don't only do one thing. We've got to have different ways of people being able to get to know you. Why? Because the biggest thing is because people get bored. Let's be honest, people get bored. People like to be seeing different things. I like to go, oh, really? Like, I didn't know that about you, or I didn't know that thing, or, you know, I hadn't thought about it in this way, or I'm not used to seeing you live, or I'm not used to seeing an article from you. People become complacent with familiarity. Good morning, Leanne. How are you? So you've got to make sure that you're putting up different things. This helps build influence. It helps build trust. It helps build momentum for you as well. So remembering what the things are, you've got your daily deposits into your influence trust account. We've got the multiplier effect to the power of 10. We've got the law of variety. Then the big thing that I've got to stress that you do, and I know that a lot of people, particularly if you're starting out or even if you've been doing this for a little while, you can become a little complacent yourself. So what I want you to do is do a bit of a check-in and go back and have a look over the past day, the past week, the past month, the past quarter, the past half year, the last year, and see how many deposits you have made into your influence trust account. And ask yourself this question: would you trust you? Would you be influenced by you with what it is that you've been putting out there? Content is the most powerful vehicle that we can use. That is, you can do it for free, right? You don't have to be paying money. You don't have to be boosting posts. You don't have to be doing any of that. But what you can be doing is regularly putting content out there to help build and grow your own influence, help build and grow your own connection with your audience so that they feel like, yeah, like I really know that this person what is all about what they're about. And be smart with your multipliers. When you create one thing, look at it to the power of 10. How can you share that one piece of content at least 10 times around the place in various different shapes and forms so that you can really build up this influence bank that you are creating? Because the faster you do that, the faster you'll be able to turn the people following your content into clients, into customers, which means that you'll be making money, which means that you're then able to do more of the work that you want to do, and especially with the people that you want to do it with. So that is us for today. I'm really awesome. Thank you, Leanne. Alrighty, so I'm going to love you and leave you and go and do all of the fun things that I've got planned for today. I hope you have a rocking day. You know what you need to do. You need to get out and create influence, but most of all, you need to get out there, go help some people, have a whole ton of fun doing it, and remember that the world is ready for your brand of awesome. I will see you tomorrow. Have fun.